Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys like what you see on the channel and become part of this journey with me by subscribing, hitting that subscription button, of course, giving it those thumbs up. It's extremely important for the video. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile pic. Also a Facebook crochet page you can follow, Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click and follow. I also would like to mention that I use 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. I am in Europe, in the islands. My colors go by number, not by name. So let's say this royal blue is number 3, and of course white stays white. Name only white. These are similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so your patterns will become bigger. Also inside of the description box below will be a link in how to zoom in the stitch on any channel for that matter. It's a way of teaching you. A lot of you don't know how to zoom it in or zoom out, and how to slow down the video, turn your closed caption on, read, pause, take notes if you have to. I know sometimes I can get carried away and crochet a little bit too fast for you, but you know, sometimes I have control of it and sometimes I don't. It's just an old habit. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So I use, for the most part, 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. A lot of people ask me about these balls of thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. They're $12 a ball with shipping. Shipping is horrendous out here. Literally costs more than the pattern itself for a lot of times. It's crazy. But it's privately owned and we can't do anything about it. It is what it is, and we do need the post office, right? Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, you guys. So yesterday I had launched this beautiful centerpiece with these 3D flowers that I did. Inspiration by Vanya Crochet, which on the video I did leave her link of her channel below. You guys can have a look, help out, subscribe. She's Brazilian, but you can always turn into the language that you prefer. And of course, by turning the closed caption on, you can pretty much, as it's translated, you can pause, take notes. She is amazing, and I find that she does a lot of designs very similar to mine, and I love this piece that she created. Absolutely amazing. And I was thinking about doing either an oval or rectangular, and funny enough, she has both on her channel. So I'm going to create the rectangular just to be different than oval all the time. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it and make it into a set. It's just gorgeous and very simple to create, not complicated at all. So I have quite a bit of leftover threads still. Of course, we don't throw them away. So this canary yellow would be number 16. The brown is number 20, and I can't remember the number on the multicolored green. And of course, I'll be using white also, which has white on there. Okay, and of course 2.75 hook and small one, tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. We're going to get started. Thank you so much, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and please don't forget to give a thumbs up. There's a lot of views watch the channel, but don't give a thumbs up. It's kind of sad, you know, for us creatives that we work so hard for these things to be put out there for free, and it costs nothing. It's free to give it those thumbs up. So please help out, not just on my channel, but a lot of channels that you guys probably watch. It helps the creators. Let's get started, everyone. Okay, everyone. So first thing we're going to do is that slip stitch knot. You know it doesn't count for anything. If your stitch is too tight, then you should use a hook or two bigger than your normal size. If it's too loose, then go a hook or two smaller than your normal size. Now, the good thing about this rectangular centerpiece is you can go as wide as you like and as long as you like by adding each time 4 chain stitch to the beginning here. So I'm going to do 38 chain stitch to start and see if I like the length or the wideness of it. If not, I'm going to add each time 4 more chain stitch. Okay, so I've done my 38 chain stitch. I'm going to go a little bit wider, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. We always increase by 4s, so I've increased by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 more, so that's 8 increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so basically I've increased by 16 more chain stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to come back to the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do double crochet. So now we're going to do 1 double crochet per stitch all the way to the end. Make sure you grab in the middle of the chain stitch, let's say like basically almost at the bottom, and then you have those 2 chains right up there. Okay, or else your pattern will curve like an L shape. So we're going to do this all the way to the end, and I'll come back to you at the end, remembering that if you want to keep going wider on your pattern, just keep increasing by 4. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my double crochets and I have 51 double crochet. Now the same thing goes if you want to go smaller on the width. You take out 4, okay, chains I should say. I'm going to, so I've turned around, I'm going to come back in, I'm going to do a single and stretch my thread and 1 chain. So I have my first double crochet. This is my 2nd and my 3rd. We're going to create groups of 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, skip a space into the next, and create 3 double crochets, 1 per stitch, like that. 1 chain, and again skip a space into the next. We're going to do this all the way to the end. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done 13 groups of 3 double crochet, skipped 1 space, and did 1 chain in between the groups. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to come back into the same one again. I'm going to stretch my thread, do a single and 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. Into the next one, double crochet. Into the next one, double crochet. So now we have 3 double crochet inside of this 1 chain space. I'm going to do 2 double crochet only at this beginning and at the end. I'm going to do 1 not sure if I have 1 chain space. Okay, so we do 1 chain space coming into the next space here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet groups again. This is going to be a repeat on the rows, 1 chain space, and again 3 double crochet. There's never a dull moment in this place. Dogs are barking, cats are passing by. I call him the Garfield. He comes around every day to bug the dogs. Neighbors talking, music playing, fireworks, you name it. There's just never a dull moment in this place. Okay, so we're going to do this almost until the end, and then at the very last one here we're going to do 2 double crochet and the 3 double crochet, a total of 5. Okay, so I'm coming to the last one. I've done my 1 chain, coming inside this last 1 chain space, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet only, exactly how we started at the beginning, and then 1 per stitch here at the end. So we'll have a total of 5 double crochets. So this is row 3. I haven't been mentioning the rows, have I? But we're just at the beginning. So row 1 is the first one we did with the double crochet. Row 2, row 3. So we're going to turn around. Now we're going to repeat this row. So it's going to be a row of groups, a row like this with a 5 double crochet, a row of groups. So I'm going to come back in, I'm going to stretch my thread. I'm going to do a single and 1 chain. That's my first double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet and double crochet. So exactly like row 2, we're repeating on row 4. 1 chain, coming inside of the space and doing those groups of 3 double crochet. And we'll do the same thing to the end. 1 chain into the next one. And create the groups of 3 double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, into the last one. So I'm going to skip the first 2 double crochets, and I'm going to work those 3 double crochets that we have at the end, exactly how we started at the beginning. Make sure you don't miss this last double crochet. Sometimes we have the tendency to leave it behind. I'm going to grab this better. I don't like to grab only one chain because it becomes heavy and then it sort of rips it off. So we've repeated row 2. Now we're going to repeat this row. So it's a constant repeat of the rows. So I'm coming back in again, single and 1 chain, into the next one, double crochet, into the next one, double crochet, and 2 inside of the chain space, exactly how we did on row 3. Okay, so we have the 5 double crochet, 1 chain, and continue on creating your groups. It's just a repeat now of the groups. Now you can go the length you want. Just make sure that you finish at odd number, let's say 49, because the last row that we're going to close in is right after the little boxes here and all double crochets. 1 chain and continue on. So I don't know yet how many rows I'm going to do, but I'll come back to you as soon as I think I have the right length I want, and we'll do the last row together with the double crochets. Just remember that when you're doing this has to be the before last double crochet in order to do all the double crochet. So it's always square groups of 3 double crochet and not the 5, okay, for the last rows. If you want to keep increasing, you have to keep increasing by row 4 rows, okay, that's the increase. So each 4 rows is an increase to your pattern of length. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I have 65 rows back and forth, and stopped at my 5 double crochets. Okay, I think earlier I was mentioning we have to stop where the groups are. That's not true. We have to do 4 and 4 rows in order to increase on the length, and this is the length I wanted. So now we're going to turn around, and this row here is like the very first row. we'll be doing only double crochets over double crochet, and where we have that one chain space, we will be doing one double crochet. So I'm going to come back in, single one chain, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, so one per stitch, and one inside of the chain space. We're going to do this all the way to the end, and then I'll come back to you at the end of my row. So this is my 66th row, the double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I finished on my double crochets. I have 51 exactly how we started here at the beginning. Okay, what I don't understand is why one is on the right side and the bottom is on the wrong side. I don't know if it's maybe because of the stitch she had to add here on the sides. I have no idea. I would think they would be both on the right side, but anyway, I guess she knows what she's doing. I'm just gonna follow through and see what happens. So don't be surprised if you have one edge that's on the right side and the other one on the wrong side. Okay, so now we're going to work on the side of the double crochet here. Okay, so we're turning our pattern like that. And we're going to work on each row 2 singles per row. Okay, so I'm going to come in on this last double crochet we did, and I'm going to do 2 singles, and then next row 2 singles, next row 2 singles, all the way to the other corner, and then I'll come back to you at the other corner. Okay, so just 2 singles per row. So we know there's a double crochet because if we turn, that's what it is, right? So I'll meet you at the other corner. Okay, everyone. So I've reached the very last one. I did 2 singles. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come in that first double crochet with single, and then continue on single, 1 per stitch, and we'll do the same thing on the other corner, but I'll meet you there. Actually, I'll meet you there because I think there's a bit of a change. So singles, 1 per stitch, and I'll meet you at the other corner. Okay, everyone. So pretty much done my double crochet, my singles, sorry, but I did not do the last one. Okay, so we don't do the last one. 1, 2, 3 chain. Now we're going to work on the last one, the 2 singles, and I'm already covering my thread as I go, and then continue on to the next one. 2 singles per row, and we're going to repeat the same thing at the other end as we did. So we did normal going into this corner, 3 chain, and then we continued on, and so we'll do the same thing with this corner. We'll do the 2 singles in here, 3 chain, and continue on. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end, or maybe I'll meet you there at the edge, at the other corner, so you don't get confused. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end on my last double crochet, and I've done 2 singles, 1, 2, 3 chain, and I'm going to come in that first double crochet from the edge and do singles again, 1 per stitch, all the way to the end. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So we're pretty much on the last one here. Well, before the last, because we started with the 2 singles on that last one. So 3 chain, and coming on that first single we did with slip stitch. So this way we have all 4 corners the same way with the 3 chains. Okay. So now we're going to work on the sides of the pattern. So we're going to go directly to the second single. I'm going to stretch my thread a bit, do a single in 1 chain. So we're working on the second one. We have that first one that we just skipped. Coming on the next single with double crochet, and on my next one, double crochet. So we have 3 double crochets. Now we're going to do that backwards side double crochets. I'm coming on that first single that we skipped and doing a double crochet. Skip 1 space and come into the next one and create those 3 double crochets, again 1 per stitch. So again, we're going to work that back double crochet on the one that we skipped. Coming in, stretch your thread and do your double crochet. Skip 1 space into the next one. We're going to do this all the way to the edge. It's going to be done all the way around, but I will have to meet you at the edge to make sure that we are on the same way. Or okay, so one more time. Skip a space, not the one that we already worked on. Skip a space into the next one. Double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. We're going to work on the space that we skipped. Coming back here and doing sideways double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the edge. Okay, everyone, so we've reached the end, and at the end we have 1 single left. So we're going to come back and do our back double crochet, and then we're going to come inside. Remember we did that 3 chain. We're going to come inside of that 3 chain with double crochet. We're going to build a shell here of 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. And all 4 corners will be like this. Okay, so this one here would be the single we're going to skip into the next one and do the 3 double crochets, and then come back to that first one we just skipped, stretch your thread, and continue on. Skip a space, and this is how we're going to do the 4 corners. Okay, so very simple. Come back and do the sideways double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to complete mine and come back again. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all of my motifs with the side double crochet all the way around. So you know, when you get here to the last one on the sides, it comes completely to the last one there, and then on the edges I had 1 single left, which makes no difference. I went directly from this one inside and created my shell. Now This row here is going to be about double crochets. So I'm just going to roll once. You can do your single 2 chain as you wish. I'm going to come in the corner here and create double crochet. Okay, I'm going to create another double crochet, one on top of each double crochet. Okay, and then one for each stitch again. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. Just, oops, almost knocked my camera down. Good, huh? God, everything is like in front of my eyes. I barely can see anything, but we do our best. We work with what we can. So one per stitch, okay? So I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone. So I've done all my double crochets. I'm going to come inside of that corner here and I'm going to do one double crochet, 2 chain, coming back in again, doing one double crochet and then one per stitch. Now I had to adjust in a way my pattern when I started it, because hers is way smaller. She has hers with 38 rows. So this is 51 rows, so it's quite, or 55 rows. Can't remember now. But anyway, way much bigger. But it, you know, with the right amount of the singles and double crochets and all that, it all works out. Okay, so basically we're just going to do that, and the 4 corners you're going to do the same thing. Now remembering we started with a double crochet, but I'll come back to you at the end here to show you how we're going to close it out. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of the row. Of course, my stitch is always so tight, my goodness. So when it's tight like that, what I do is take a smaller hook, get myself in there, and stretch that thread. And this way I don't have to go crazy trying to poke it, right? So I think I missed a stitch here. I did. But anyway, you get what I'm saying, one per stitch. Okay, everyone, so we reached the end. We have one double crochet inside. Now we're going to close it like this, like as if we're doing half double crochet. So we can end up in the center here of the shell. Okay, so now we ended up on the center. We're going to come back in, single, 2 chain. This time we're doing 2 double crochets inside of the shell and 1 per stitch. We're going to have a total of 5 double crochets here only at the corners. Okay, so we have 4 and 1 more will be 5. Okay, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one. 1, 2 on the third one. We're doing double crochet. This time we're going to build groups of 6 double crochets until the corner. Obviously at the corner we'll be doing 5 again, only on the corners. So we have 2, 4, 5 and 6. 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 space, come in the third and do your 6 double crochets. I'm going to continue mine and then I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everyone, so we're pretty much reached the end. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We're going to skip the 2, come on the third one, do the 3 double crochets and then the 2 inside of the shell. 1 and 2 and 2 chain. So all the corners will be like this. Very simple. And by the way, I have 6 groups of 6. And then next one, so we're building those 5 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. My light keeps flicking, I don't know why, but anyway. And now into the sides and repeat the same thing. Doing the groups of 6. 1, 2, 3 chain. Skip 1, 2 into the third one and create your 6 double crochets. I'm going to continue mine and I'll meet you at the end of my row when I complete it, because everything else is just a repeat of what we've just done. 2, 4, 5 and 6 double crochets. Okay, meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I'm still on the sides and I had to make an adjustment here. So we have the 5 at the corner, and on this last one here, instead of skipping only 2 and going to the third, I skipped 3 and went into the fourth. Did my 6 and again 1, 2, 3 and went into my fourth to get those 5 double crochets there. Sometimes, you just have to work with the pattern. Since I went bigger, I wasn't sure if I was going to get the right amount to stitch. It was pretty good until now, but I had to make that little adjustment. Doesn't change anything on the pattern, so we're good to go. So I did my 5 double crochets on this side also. 1, 2, 3, and we continue with 1, 2 on the third one. So we should have 6 groups again at this edge. And I have 16 on the side, 16 groups. I'll recount again, but I think that's what I counted. So we're just going to continue to do the 6 groups, and for sure we have to make an adjustment also on the other side of the pattern by skipping 3 going into the fourth 2 times. That means the before last and the last one, or before we create the last 6 groups, I should say. 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, and 3, and continue on. So don't forget that when you're on the side, if it happens to you to just skip 1, 2, 3, going to the fourth on the last group, and then of course 1, 2, 3, and then do your 5. Okay, so if everything works out, don't forget, for sure you're going to have to do it on this side also. So I'm just going to recount the groups again just to make sure. So the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 groups of 6. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I'm pretty much finished. I've closed in with slip stitch, did tucking in. I'm going to turn twice on my hook, and I'm going to do a single on the third double crochet from here, or from here. We have 5, so single. Okay, and I'm going to do 1, 2, chain. We're going to work on these 2 double crochets in here. We're going to build those leaves for the flowers. So I'm going to come in, make sure you put that chain behind you, and I'm going to do incomplete 3 double crochets on that first double crochet. So 3 incomplete. This is my second and my third. So I have 4 on the hook, and close it in all together. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to come in on the second one, and do 3 incomplete double crochet. And close it all together. 2 chain. I'm going to come in the center 1, 2, and 3 of those 6 double crochets. Remember, 1, 2, and 3. And again, on that first double crochet we skipped, and do 3 incomplete double crochets. We have 4 on the hook, and close it together. 2, 3, 4 chain. Again, 3 incomplete, 4 on the hook, close it together. 2 chain. Again, 1, 1, 2, and on my third one, single. So we're going to repeat that to make sure that chain stays back there. We're going to use that to create the flowers together with this one up front. Okay, so I'll meet you at the other edge so we can do the edge together. Okay, well, you guys, so you know that in 2 of them we left, we skipped 3 in order to have the right amount, and I've already done it here. So I'm ignoring the last one that we skipped, and I'm using still the very first one to create the leaves. And using the second one. The last one that is free, we don't bother with it. We don't need it for anything. 2 chains. So we're going to skip 1, 2 on the middle one. We are doing a single, 1, 2, 3 chain in the corners, another single, 1, 2, 3 chain again, 1, 2 on the third one, a single, 2 chain, and continue on. So the 3 chains are only on the corners. I'll show you in a second again. 4 chain on the leaves here. Doing the 3 incomplete, 2 chain, 1, 2, 3. So here we do the 2 chain. We're going to the third one, 3 chain, because this is the round corner. We need to have enough stitching there. 3 single, 1, 2, 3 single, and then 2 chain, and create your leaves. We're going to do the 4 corners like this. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So coming in with my yellow now, I'm going to start from here. You can start pretty much anywhere, but I'm going to do it there just so you guys can see how we're going to do the corner. So we have to grab both chains together. I'm going to do double crochet. You can do your single, your 2 chains, however you start your first double crochet if you don't want to do it this way, okay? Inside of this shell, and of course grabbing that loop in the back, that loop, the chain, the white chain, you have to cover that too. Just going to hide this thread as I go. We're going to do, oops, keep banging my head into the camera, my goodness, sorry people. When the camera gets like that, I'm banging my head into it as I'm lifting my head. We're going to do 7 double crochets. So 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to come in that first one we did, and I'm going to close it up. I got to grab both chains here, because if we don't, it's going to pull too much on the pattern. So close it up. We're going to come inside of this little space here and do 3 singles, 2 and 3. I'm going to do 10 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Repeat the same thing. Make sure that you grab the chain back there also. 7 double crochets. Now, just remember you can use whatever colors you want for your flowers. I'm doing this set, so basically I'm using the canary yellow, which is number 16, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Coming on that first one, closing it up, coming in here, single, single, and single. So 3 singles. On the corners, we're going to do 14 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Coming in the next one, make sure you grab that white chain back there and doing the 7 double crochets. This is how we're going to repeat all the way around. 10 chains in between flowers, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 14 chains on the corners only. 1, 2, 3 single. Okay, so it's going to stay like that. Once we are done, the next row we'll be working with these chains is going to be hidden behind. We're going to come back with the white again. So they're going to be hidden behind these chains we have done here, the 2 chains, remember? So all of that will be hidden. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Don't forget it's 10 chain between flowers. Grab the 2 chains. Four, 5, 6, and 7. Close it up, come inside of that middle space, and create your 3 singles in here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished the yellow. I'm going to come back in with the white, and this time we're going to be doing groups of 3 halves double crochet. And I keep banging into the camera. I apologize. So we're going to grab both loops here, the yellow and the green. Remember we did 2 chain and single, 2 chain. Well, we're going to come on this first chain here. And we're going to do a half. That would be like a single. We're going to do halves, okay? So let's try that again. So I've started with a single one chain. That's my first half, just to get the half going. Okay, and now inside of the same stitch, stretch while your thread. My second half and my third. Coming into the next chain here, cover the yellow also. 3 half double crochets. We're going to do that in all of the loops all the way around. 2 chain. Again, jumping the flower into the next loop and doing the 3 halves. And then I'll meet you at the corner to let you know what we're going to do next. So into the next one and halves. 3 halves like that, and then chain 2 and continue on into the next chains. Make sure you cover that yellow. Okay, so I'll meet you at the edge, at the corners, so we can do it together. Okay, everyone, so pretty much arriving on the corner. Now in the corner we have the 5 double crochets. So basically the 3 halves we're doing is the same thing as doing the groups of 6 double crochets we had down here. Okay, so that's why we're doing the 3 halves here, so we can have the same total as 6. And here at the edge, at the corner, we have 5. So we're going to do 2 only halves on this one here to continue to have those 5. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. On the next one, we have the 3, so we are going to do the 3 halves. 1, 2, and 3. That's where we have the 3 chains. We have the 3 double crochets down here. Now we're going to do a shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet, but we're coming in the center here and doing double crochet. 1, 2. 2 chain, and again a shell, grabbing all of the chains back there. 1, 2. So we have a shell here on the center. Again, we're going to do the 3 halves, or actually the 2 halves, sorry. No, I don't know what's wrong with me. We're going to do the 3 halves like we did on this side here. And then here, we're going to do the 2. 1 and 2. So that gives us the 5 that we have here. Chain 2, and all corners will be the same way, and then we proceed again with the 3 halves. So 2 and 3, and then again 1, 2, and 3 halves. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. 2 chain, and again repeat your 3 halves. 1, 2, and 3. Into the next one, make sure you cover those 2 chains. Okay, so only the corners we come in with a shell with double crochet. 3 halves, 3 halves, 2 and 2, because that's equivalent to the 5 double crochets we have on the corners. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we pretty much finished all the halves. This row will be all about double crochets. So 1 double crochet per stitch, and where we have the 2 chain, we're going to do 2 double crochet. Here will be the same thing, 1 double crochet per stitch, the shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet. That's pretty much what it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to come in and hide this thread from the beginning that I had done. I'm coming into the next one and stretching my thread, doing a single 1 chain. So that's my first double crochet, and then we're cutting the thread and coming back in with the brown or whatever color you're using. So 1 double crochet per stitch, very simple. And inside of the 2 chain we're doing 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and then 1 per each double crochet. So make sure you grab that first one there because we have 3. And my third one, and then into the next one. So it's supposed to be 6. 1 per stitch. Then 2 inside of the 2 chain space. So that's how it's going to be all the way around. And here is just the shell of 2 double crochet and then 1 per stitch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row and then I'm cutting my thread. So basically we're just repeating the shell over shell and then 1 per stitch. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm at the edge. And I wanted to come back to make sure you guys understood what I was saying about the shell. So doing double crochet over double crochet inside of this shell, we're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet, and then 1 per stitch. And then continue again inside of the 2 chain space, 2 double crochet, and 1 per stitch. Okay, so pretty much your corners will be like this. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so finished on my row with the double crochet. We are going to do double crochet. 1, 2, where the shell is. We're going to skip the first one here, come into the second, and do groups of 3 double crochet. So basically what we're doing is the same thing as we did down here, if you recall, the back, the sideway double crochet. So I'm going to come back to the one that I just skipped and do the side double crochet. When we come back, we'll complete the other 2 double crochet for the shell, okay? Skip one into the next one. So we know that in here is going to be the same thing. It's a shell of 2 double crochet and 2 chain on all the corners. Again, groups of 3 double crochet. Come back, stretch your thread, and do the sideways double crochet. Skip 1, and 3. Come back to the one we skipped, and again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the other corner to make sure that you are on the right track. Okay, everyone, so I'm at the corner, did my last 3, come back to the one I skipped, and now I'm going in to do my shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So the shell stays the same. Skip the first one, come on the second one and do your 3 double crochets, and come back to the one you skipped, and continue on repeating the same thing in all corners. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished all of my row of the back double crochet. Now we're going to come in here and complete the 2 double crochets that we are missing for that shell, and we're going to close as if we're doing a half double crochet. Okay, we're going to come inside, do a single and 2 chains. So we're doing that shell again. This row will be about doing double crochets, 1 per stitch all the way around. So into the next stitch. When I come back, I'll complete my shell of the 2 double crochet and 2 chain. This is just double crochets, 1 per stitch. So I'm going to continue my row, and then I'll come back at the end and close up that shell together with you. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, getting to the end. This time we're going to do 2 chain, and we're going to close it in with slip stitch. So remember, we started with 2 double crochet for the shell and completed here. I'm going to go into the next double crochet, I'm going to stretch my thread, single and 1 chain into the next one, double crochet. So now we're going to build groups of 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the third one, single, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Skip 1, 2 on the third one, create the groups of 3 double crochet. This is how we're going to proceed all the way around the same way. One, 2, 3 chain. Again, 1, 2 on the third one, not 3 chain, sorry, 4 chain. 1, 2 on the third one, single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, skip 1, 2 on the third one, do your group of 3 double crochet. So this is how it's going to be, and I'll meet you at the edge. Okay, everyone, so pretty much arrived at the end, right on the shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming in the center of the shell with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming into my first one and doing my group of 3 double crochet. That 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2, and on the third one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2 on the third one. Create your group again. So this is what we're going to do all the way around. Okay, so you know your corners are going to be like that. If there's any adjustment that we need to make, if I come across any adjustment, then I'll come back. If not, then this is how it's going to be until the end. Okay, everyone, so I've arrived at the end and closed in with slip stitch. I just want to let you know that here at the end, instead of going into the third, I skipped 1, 2, 3, went into the fourth so I can finish it here. And also on this side was the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and went into the fourth. So if you have an extra one, don't worry, just skip it and go right into it. So I've closed in with slip stitch, and I'm going to come back inside of this chain that we just did with a single, and then we'll complete it once we come back. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, coming in this next chain of 4 and doing 2 singles. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains, going into the next one and doing 2 singles. This whole row will be about chains. Okay, so the only 6 chain is the middle here. 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4, coming into that 4 chain again and doing 2 singles. Doing the middle 6 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and doing 2 singles again. And I'm bringing them close enough to the edge. Okay. Going over the group, 1, 2, 3, 4. So always 2 times 4 chain and 1 of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming in, 2 singles. So you know you always have to do 4 chain, 6 chain, 4 chain, 6 chain, 4 chain, 6 chain. I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, everybody, so we've reached the end with the slip stitch. Now we're going to come back in here and do a single. We'll be doing 2 singles on each loop. I'll complete mine once I come around my row. So now we're going to do 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming in here on the next loop, doing 2 singles. Okay, 5 chain on the center of the 2 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in the next loop, and I'm right doing it by the edges, the corners there. You can always pull it with your finger. So 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 singles, 1, 2. 5 chain in the center between, so this is what it's going to look like. 4 chain, 5 chain, 4 chain, 5 chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 singles, and over the groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 singles. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. So all you have to remember is we'll complete the corner here once we come back to it. This is no different. We're doing the 2 singles on here after we do our 4 chain, and then 5 chain, and complete the other single here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. just like that. I'll meet you at the corner just to make sure. Everyone, I reached the corner and it's no different. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue on all the way around. Okay, so 4 chain 5, 4 chain 5. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. We've started with that single. I've done my 5 chains on the corner, and I'm going to do one more single. I'm going to come in that single and slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk on 2 stitches with slip stitch, just like that. So we are on that 4 chain, coming in, single, 1 chain, coming inside of that 5 chain and doing 8 double crochets. It will be like this all the way around. Two, 4, 6, 8, 1 chain, coming inside of that 4 chain, single, 1 chain, and proceed again with 8 double crochets. Even the corners will be the same thing. The only difference is the corners will have 10 double crochets instead of 8. Two, 4, 6, 8, 1 chain into that chain with a single, 1 chain, and 8 double crochets again. We have 1 more row left and we're done. Two, 4, 6, 8, 1 chain, single. Now, if your tension is too tight, you can do a 2 chain in between. Here will be no difference. The only thing is we're doing 10 double crochets in the corners. And of course, single, 1 chain, 10 double crochets. And then of course, we're gonna close it off. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Hey everyone, so I reached the end. I've done my 10 double crochets on the corner, 1 chain, closed in on my first single that we did with slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk to the second double crochet with slip stitch. This is the last row. So I'm going to come in that second double crochet with a single, 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, and then 3 more for peacock. Now obviously, because this is the first one, I have to do it this way. Coming in that next double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. I'm coming behind that double crochet into the next one. 1, 2, and 3, coming behind and single into the next one. 1, 2, and 3, behind and single. We don't do the first double crochet and we don't do the last double crochet. So we are on our second last. We also don't do peacock. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here is going to be an incomplete. Okay, so we don't close it on the last one that we do. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th double crochet and 5 peacocks coming directly in the second double crochet, and now we close it all together. This is how we're going to proceed all the way around, coming in from behind and doing a single, closing that peacock with a single double crochet. So we're on the second. Okay, we don't do the first double crochet and we don't do the last. And again, so it's 6 double crochets and 5 peacocks. Pretty much does it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this pattern. I find it to be absolutely stunning. I absolutely love Lusvanya's work, and time to time when it catches my eye, I just can't, hold myself back and create it for you guys, because I'm sure you'll love it too. So thank you so much, Lusvanya. It's absolutely stunning. And I will leave her link below in the description box. And because I'm talking, I forgot I don't do the peacock on the last one, nor we close it. We have to do the incomplete. I get carried away when I speak, and I forget what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So incomplete, going to the second one, and close it all together. And this is pretty much it. I will leave the measurements below. And thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And please hit that like button. It costs you nothing. It's free. I send you so much love and so much hugs. Until next time, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.